Konnichiwa! Ni hao! Hello! Kamusta? I'm KEESHA Reyes from BSHM 2, and for today we're going to demonstrate two dishes specifically from Asian cuisine. So what are the dishes that we're going to do today? So the first dish is from Japan, and we're going to make a tuna cucumber roll sushi, and for the second is the California maki sushi. Next is, it came from the Chinese cuisine, and we're going to make Pao Chicken placed in top of a crispy noodles. So without further ado, let's start. So let me first introduce the ingredients to you. So of course, for our tuna, we're going to make tuna cucumber roll sushi. Of course, canned tuna, cucumber, our mayonnaise, our nori sheet. Of course, you need a sushi mat for rolling your sushi. Of course, sushi rice, our rice vinegar and sugar, some onions and garlic for sauteing our tuna. So first, let me put on my mask. Always wear your PPE from apron to mask, and of course, your chef's jacket and apron. So first is we're going to drain the tuna first. So I have here a bowl with a strainer. Just set this aside. I'm just going to pour the tuna. Make sure you get everything out. Of course, we don't want to waste some food since everything is so pricey right now because of the inflation. So I'm just going to take this rubber spatula or scraper and just going to press the tuna to the strainer to get all the brine out, because we want it to be dry. Because if you're going to use a wet tuna to your sushi, it's gonna fall apart and be soggy. So I guess this is all good. And I'm going to saute this with onions and garlic. So here is my butane stove. I'm just going to put the fire in medium heat. Add oil. Alright. And my wooden spoon. Going to wait this to heat up. And of course, we're going to saute first the onions instead of the garlic, because garlic burns faster. So you want to saute the onions first. So I guess this is hot enough. So I minced the onion. Same goes with the garlic. You don't want big chunks of onion and garlic in your sushi, of course. In goes the garlic. When you see that the onion has been translucent and the garlic is starting to get brown, like this. So in goes your tuna. And you want to saute this until it is somewhat crispy or dry. Alright, so this is okay. I'm just going to close the stove. And just let this cool. So as this is cooling, we want to start making your sushi rice. So I have here is the Japanese rice, or what they call, for the other term, is sushi rice. These are short grain rice, so it's kind of a bit of sticky. So I have here some rice vinegar, and I'm going to add some sugar to make it a little bit sweeter. And I'm just going to mix the two together. And now I'm going to add it to our rice mixture. And I'm just going to mix it. I'm going to incorporate everything together. Make sure you mix it all through. Just want this to, like, you know, the mixing cut and folding technique. So you want to fold it. You don't want to mush it all down. Alright, so our sushi rice is done. I'm just going to set this aside. And of course, don't forget to clean your area. As they say, clean as you go. So, I have a bowl. I'm going to put the sauteed tuna here. And I have here is some Japanese mayo. So this is not the normal mayo. So I want the sushi to be authentic. So I bought Japanese mayo. So I'm going to add it a little bit, half of the mayo first. Remember, you don't want this to be soggy. Too much mayo will lead your sushi to be soggy and wet, and we do not want that. So enough is, I guess, around. Make sure that all the tuna has been coated with mayo. So I guess I'm going to add a little bit. Okay, so I guess this is okay. You want to be this kind of texture, not too wet, not too dry, just enough moisture for your sushi. So our tuna filling, or for the sushi, tuna cucumber raw sushi is ready. Alright, so we're done with making the tuna filling. So before I proceed in cutting the other ingredients, I'm going to toast our sesame seeds that we'll be using for decorations and rolling the sushi. So I have here some sesame seeds. You can use the black one also for color contrast. Since I have not seen any black sesame seed in the market or in our local grocery stores, I'm just going to use the white one. So I'm going to roast this first. So I'm going to put the fire in low medium heat. So I have here a cute little frying pan. So I always use this small pan in toasting my spices. And of course roasting my sesame seeds. So I'm just going to place the sesame seeds here and just shake it off. You want to gradually shake this. If not, there's the one side of the sesame seeds will be burned. So we do not want a bitter or fire. So yeah, just shake it. Remember, we do not want bitter burned sesame seeds on our sushi. So I can see here that some sesame seeds are starting to turn golden. Alright, so we can stop and let the remaining heat toast the sesame seeds. So it has this color, beautiful color that I love. So as you can see, it's colored golden brown or beige. So yeah, I hope you can see it clearly. So we're done with our first So we're just going to set this aside. So we're close in wrapping and rolling our sushi. So let's cut the ingredients or the vegetables first. So I like putting towels underneath my chopping board. So first, for our tuna cucumber roll sushi is, I'm going to cut the cucumber. So I've washed this thoroughly since we're going to use the skin as well for color. So yeah, I'm just going to cut the ends first. I'll start with the half of the cucumber. So you want to cut this in julienne form. Not too thick, just right. So like this. This is perfect. So yeah, I guess half of the cucumber is enough, as you can see. So I also have some mango here that we're going to use for our California maki. So yeah, I'm going to cut the mangoes first. And I'm going to use this to take out the mango as a whole. See? And just thinly slice it down. So here is our mango. So I'm just going to clean this up. Alright, so we've prepped already. And here is our sushi rice, our ingredients for our tuna cucumber roll, and California maki. So in wrapping our sushi, the rice can be very sticky and it can stick to your hands. So I've already washed my hands thoroughly. So let's first make the teju. Teju is a mixture of water and rice vinegar. So it is a mixture that uses for wetting your hands to prevent the rice from sticking. So I have here some rice vinegar and I'm going to just mix it with the water. So I'm just going to mix it all. So we're done making the teju and we're now for wrapping. So this is a sushi mat or bamboo mat, and I've covered it with plastic cling wrap to prevent from contamination since this is wood. And of course our nori. I'm just going to open this up. So here is our nori sheet. Alright. So, of course, let's start with wetting our hands. Get a handful of sushi rice. Okay. And just push it all through. Make sure to push it. Just push. Do not do not push it down. Do not want mushy rice. we're done. Get some cucumber. Your tuna. And we're ready to roll. So start with rolling. Make sure your hands are dry. Since your handling is plastic, it can be very slippery. Oh. You want to securely seal this. And your sushi is done. So you want to secure the ends as well. So we have here, and we're done with our tuna cucumber sushi. It's easy, right? So let's make another one. Oh wait, so next is our California maki. Nori sheet, teju, rice, push, remember to push. So, since California maki, the rice is outside compared to our tuna cucumber roll. So once we're done here, so I'm just going to flip. Make sure you flip it all out. And I'm just going to take some mayonnaise here, so our filling will stick. Okay. So, start with mango. Remember to be very generous with your filling. Especially if you're going to use this in your business, of course, as a customer, we want to be satisfied. So, our candy roll. Cucumber, and we're ready to roll. So start. Don't forget to clean your area. Of course, secure. Don't forget to secure the sides. So, in California Maki, it is colored with orange eggs. So, I have here some fish roe eggs. And I'm just going to spread it all out. Of course, we do not want to waste every single egg since this is very expensive. Alright, so I guess this is okay for me. So let's secure it one more time, so that the eggs are really pressed on. So we're done with the California Maki. So I'm just going to make another one, another version of a California Maki. So same with California, cucumber filling, the mangoes. So teju, rice, push through, So the rice that I've made is 2 cups. So 2 cups can manage you to make 3 sushi. Right. Of course, mayo. So the filling could stick. Crab sticks. Mango, cucumber, and roll. Secure. So, since in California we use fish roe eggs, I'll be rolling this, or I'm just going to sprinkle in the toasted sesame that we made earlier. Alright, we're done. So I'm just going to secure it one more time. we're done. So I'm just going to clean this all up and it's ready for cutting. Alright, so let's start making our pickled ginger it's gonna be served with our sushi. So I have here some ginger. So you want to cut this, removing the skin first. So I'm just going to cut this diagonally. You want it to cut as thinly as possible. Alright, so I'm going to place the sliced ginger in a bowl. Set this aside. I have here some boiling water. It is very hot. As you can see, it's still steaming. Place it in here. Rice vinegar. Salt. Sugar. And I'm just going to mix it all up. So you can do this ahead of time, like since it is a pickled ginger, it is not that perishable. So it can last up to weeks in your refrigerator, and eventually it will change its color to something pink. Yeah. So you can serve this after a few hours. So as I'm waiting for this to somewhat pickled a little bit, I'm going to cut our sushi. So I'm just going to clean this all up. Alright, so we're ready to cut our sushi. I'm just going to put my gloves. So cutting board. So let's cut our sushi first. So I have here is the tezu that we made, and I'm going to dip our knife here so it won't stick while cutting. See? So I'm just going to place the sushi here. So here is our tuna cucumber sushi. So you can eat the leftovers. So next is our California maki. See? It's pretty. So here is our second sushi. So this is now ready for plating. So here is our sushi. So for the sauce, I have here some Japanese soy sauce. This is Kikkoman. I'm just going to put here in this little saucer that I have. So you can serve this with your wasabi. Since we don't have that in our local grocery, so you can opt for that. And of course, I'll be serving this with the ginger later. So now, since we're done with the sushi, let's proceed to Chinese cuisine and let's make Kung Pao Chicken with crispy noodles.